I think that the violence came into the whole sport of battling once the lyrical content changed.
I won't quit, I talk a lot of shit, but buck it all up, cause I'll be ready to throw them up. But niggas don't wanna slang them, cause I bring them up. 165, but I'm high till I fucking die. So what you wanna do? Bring your whole fucking crew, and my clock got had them niggas running up the block.
Hip-hop is an expression of all kinds of energy. I mean, whether it's positive energy or whether it's the energy of those who would be drug dealers but were instead afforded an opportunity to record music. But of course, there are artists who come from a real rugged time and a rugged energy and express a rugged point of view. And so when they get into battles, the battles get more difficult.
Like now when you listen to brothers battle and you listen to the lyrics they say, I mean, you know, they going at it like, you know, like straight up like it's mafia threats.
You take me out, I take your family out.
I kill your people, you kill mine.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
But if you're trying to
kill your ass, break your fucking neck. Don't be talking shit.
I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna shoot you.
And I murder this person.
I hate you, you hate me. Ask your mama, here's her name. I had sex with her.
Your mother and your sister and your girlfriend. And
your mother, your daughter.
And I tie your mother up, throw your baby out the window.
Cut your head off and bowl it down a bowling alley.
Kidnap your kids and shit. Kidnap your aunt.
I'll say something disrespectful to somebody else's kids, about their kids. And when I say that, I'm saying it with intentions to go there.
Hip-hop don't have a heart nowadays.
Tupac has no heart. What's that say? Heartless. And I beat them motherfuckers down.
Reload, don't do that!
Lyrically and thematically, West Coast gangster rap emphasized skills on the street as much, if not more, than skills on the mic.
Like some rappers like Mix-a-Lot and all of them and try to rap about shit out here. They can't do it because they wasn't around it, but we could do it because we was around it all.
Right.
You can't do everything. I've been killings, robbery, murder, thieving, and everything. The whole 9 yards, dope dealing, everything. Everything you hear on our records is true.
The ever-increasing need to keep it real further blurred the line between artistic differences and street warfare.
It's funny because when he first came out, I mean, he was doing like real like old school hip hop records, you know what I'm saying, with the scratch and hook, that and all. But what I used to love, I mean, we all know metaphors, you know. I've been in the game since I was 14, so I know metaphors and do this.
I created I Used to Love It in 1994. You know, it was a story that I could tell about the evolution of hip hop and the stages that I seen hip hop go from just the pure innocent to the along with raw and just being freestyle, like to the pro-black, from pro-black, and then going to the West Coast, which I said was good.
Jazz, now black music is black music and it's all good. I wasn't salty, she was with the boys in the hood.
Cause I wasn't salty, she was with the boys in the hood.
He talking about this girl that he was in love with. You know, she's supposed to be hip hop, and he's so in love with her. But when she go out here, she get fucked up.
What you mean, nigga? Why it was cool everywhere else it went, but when it came over here, it's fucked up now.
Love NWA, Ice Cube, King T, Compton's Most Wanted, Too Short.
And we felt it was a diss. So, at least I did. I mean, everybody did, but, you know, I was the first one with the pen, so that's how that started.
So, it was fuck Common.
Ice Cube took that as a direct attack and came back and destroyed Common when that wasn't even the nature of the battle that Common was presenting.
For their first song together as the West Side Connection, Ice Cube, Mac 10, and Dub C came after Common in West Side Slaughterhouse.
Me, Cube, and WC, you know, got together in the studio one day and everybody just wrote their verses right there. Used to love her mad cause we fucked her. Yeah, pussy wood bitch with no common sense. Hip hop started in the West. Ice Cube belling through the East without a vest. Yeah, he was raw with that motherfucker.
Nothing but a tree with no common sense. Hip hop started in the West. Ice Cube belling through the East without a vest.
Yeah, Chicago is mine, nigga. At the feet, he told Common his hood was his hood. West Side Slaughterhouse was so raw, man. I seen that shit the other day, Holmes. That was one of the best rap videos ever. That shit was raw. Niggas had khaki suits on with blood all over them and in meat markets and socking beef and Oh, we was stupid with it.
And I heard it, and at first I was like, man, I'm gonna let it go. My first thing was like, I'm gonna let it go. You know, he dissed me. I'm thinking like, yo, I grew up listening to Cube. You know, I was happy that he knew who I was, you know, like that he even recognized me. But I was hurt that he had dissed me a little, you know. But overall, I was just like, all right, that's cool. Kind of laughed it off. And then I seen Ice Cube and Mac 10 and WC, they were on BET dissing me. I was like, okay, this is going too far. I'm gonna have to defend myself now.
A bitch nigga with an attitude named Cube. Step to the calm with a few.
Common, known as a conscious rapper, took hip-hop by surprise with his vicious counterattack, The Bitch in You.
I wrote the first verse, and I remember going down to the Gavin in 1996, and I performed with De La Soul. And I stopped the music. My heart was beating. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm about to say this verse.
And violate you, a Muslim drinking brew. Yo nigga ain't no Mac 10, he's a 22, I seen you. You ain't say shit in
And the crowd just gave me super love.
Eventually, Common performed The Bitch in You in Los Angeles, boldly dissing Ice Cube in his own city.
Oh man, I don't know what's gonna jump off. It's like, but I just was feeling the fury to a certain extent because it was just, I felt like Ice Cube then was wrongly accusing me, so I was on the defensive at that point. Plus, I knew the verse was lighting the crowd up, too.
On the dick of the East for your first release. Your lease is up at the crib house, niggas get evicted. And videos of
I thought that shit was whack. You know, because Common ain't even a rah-rah type nigga. You know? And, come on, Common.
I didn't know what it was gonna escalate to. I didn't know. I was like, prepared for anything.
Cube, I'm calling out, I break in and smack niggas. This in the slaughterhouse, this ain't no East Coast, West Coast, none of the above. I'm from Chi, went to Cali. And what? Niggas gave me love, that's a thin line.
Shit was getting out of hand. It was getting completely the fuck out of hand, for real.
By the mid-90s, West Coast artists grew impatient with the New York bias against their work.
That we be gangster rap. Mercedes-Benz built the car. I'm driving one. He ain't gonna get mad at me for driving it, is he? So what, you started it. I'ma finish it. Period.
With Dr. Dre's The Chronic, an entire coast demanded respect.
Bow Down was the #1 motherfucking record in the country. And we didn't have no spins on East Coast radio station.
But as West Coast record sales soared, the East Coast felt something they had never felt before. Jealousy.
Snoop and them had came out with a song called, you know what I mean, New York, New York. And they was kicking over our buildings in the videos and whatnot. And we had like took that like kind of personal, you know what I'm saying? That's kicking over our buildings, you know what I'm saying?
We not finna even get put in that point where we say fuck the East Coast, cause there's money over there, man. So it's like New York is the spot. New York, New York.
They like fuck the dog pound right now.
So we had to go back at them, you know what I'm saying? We made a song called LA, LA.
LA, LA, big city of dreams, but everything in LA ain't always what it seems. You might get fooled if you
the only niggas that at that time that came out and firmly stood up for NY that time, you know what I'm saying? Go back, check the records, and you will hear
Tragedy, Mob D.
Right, video for it and all that.
Cause we coming from Queens, it gets down.
Well, the East Coast, West Coast thing got big because it sold records, you know what I mean? Because it sold magazines, because it helped ratings for TV and radio. I mean, a lot of it was about money as far as I'm concerned.
The media.
The media. Media.
The media.
The media.
The media.
The media.
The media.
Fuck the media.
Fuck the media.
Fuck the TV.
Fuck the media.
All right. The media sees the so-called East Coast, West Coast war, keeping a curious audience current with blow-by-blow coverage. Many non-related events and grievances were attributed to the beef, and sensational coverage by magazines, radio stations, and television made artists, labels, and fans take sides.
Suspiciously immediately following Shakur's shooting in New York on
The
November
growing
6th.
East Coast versus West Coast battle.
The reported threats on Combs' life.
Tonight strikes towering.
Couldn't help but notice the huge biceps itching to bust through his shirt.
Heard there was a contract out on my life, said Combs.
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast,
East Coast, you know.
The East Coast, West Coast war.
Yeah, the Goodfellas thing was definitely purposeful. The whole mafia reference was definitely purposeful because at this point, Death Row was the most feared entity in the music industry. And we loved the fact that these cats agreed to pose in these black outfits. We thought it was hot, you know what I'm saying? Death Row Records had a publicist named George Price at the time. And in the middle of us laying out the cover, George Price calls and he says, whatever you do, make sure the letters on the cover are in red. You know what I'm saying?
I've had plenty problems with people that live on my block. They ain't start no whole Brooklyn thing like this, East, like Bed-Stuy against Brownsville. They ain't start no whole big thing like that.
Controversy sells. The rappers didn't take it to another level. The companies took it to another level.
My whole career was I had never been in an interview where they didn't ask me about East Coast, West Coast. East Coast, West Coast beef.
Ain't no real East Coast, West Coast beef.
Oh, you don't like Hammer. Or you don't like Will Smith. You know, let's just get you to say you don't like somebody.
You could be, artists from wherever, from Wyoming, and they're gonna ask you, well, how do you feel about what's going on with such and such and such and such?
What about Eazy-E?
So are you happy at Death Row Records now?
But I ain't get on the camera to talk about that.
The interview nigga asked me a question about the magazine. He was like, yo, I heard boom, boom, you wasn't feeling with Jay-Z. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think you're a bitch-ass nigga for saying that, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not gonna say it. Come on.
Now, when you make a statement, it's in the paper, you've taken a stance.
Bottom line, fuck that fat bitch.
When you're new in the game, you got an open mouth and you're not aware of the game they're playing with you, and you may open your mouth and say something about somebody that you didn't have to.
Fuck the source, alright? Source can suck a dick. Fuck them motherfuckers.
Can we say fuck Tim Dog on TV?
Say it.
Fuck Tim Dog.
When you read your article, that's the piece that's blown up. That's in the big letters. You're like, oh.
And the stories kept coming. Rumors that Tupac had sex with Biggie Small's wife. That Tupac Shakur had been raped in prison. That Puffy had something to do with the death of Jake Robles, Suge Knight's close friend. March 1996. A gun is drawn as Death Row and Bad Boy square off at the Soul Train Awards in Los Angeles. As the tensions rose, the game's two premier MCs became opposing generals in hip-hop's civil war, whether they liked it or not.